Alright, doing this problem called number of islands. Let's have a read. Given an m cross n 2D binary grid which represents a map of ones and zeros, return the number of islands. Hmm. An island is surrounded by water and is found by connecting adjacent lands horizontally or vertically. You may assume all four edges of the grid are surrounded by water. Okay. I think I've done this problem called number of closed islands, and that would essentially, I don't recall where it is. Let's see if a similar question has that. Um, Not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. Okay, I don't find it, but I've seen a problem called number of closed islands, which was quite similar. But let's quickly solve this. So this essentially is quite basic. So you have to find number of islands. Islands are formed by lands. So basically, you want to see all different ones. So for example, in this case, it's not highlighted properly, but like I guess all the ones are connected, and then here these ones, this one, there are three different ones. Like so, essentially, it's a problem of connected components. You have to find how many connected components are there, and based on that, we have to return the result. Right now, so we assign each grid some connected component, which is fine. Now I'm wondering whether I can save space by assigning the connected component basically by updating the grid itself and not having extra space. I feel I can do that. So what I'm gonna do is upon visiting a land, replace grid ij with island number. Okay, and we can say island number starts with 2. How about that? Because there are zeros and ones. So you start island number with 2. So this way you don't need visited. This way you don't need essentially you don't need extra space. Like this is a minor optimization I'm thinking, uh, but that's what it is. So let's use this. So essentially what we have to do is we go through each element. So int I equals to 0, I is less than grid dot length I plus plus, and then for j equals to 0, j is less than dot length j plus plus grid 0 dot length. I'm wondering if I really need this, or I can maintain like an island count or something in the uh, island count. Right, and what I could do is upon visiting a land, replace grid ij with something that says with 2, right? Just so avoiding the need for uh, avoiding the need for the visited array, sort of. So island count you initialize to 0, and here you do return island count. So for each array, there's this if grid of ij is equals to 1 is land, 0 is water. So 1 is what we are interested in. Just call DFS and then do what? So you pass grid ij like that, and you're gonna do island count plus plus Okay, and now we do DFS. So uh, void DFS char grid in x and y. Okay, so how do we do, what do we do with DFS? So one of the things to do is if you can get out of the array, right? So if x is less than 0 or y is less than 0 or x is greater than equals to grid.length or y greater than equals to grid0.length. Are any more cases in which you would not be interested? Yeah, there are. Okay, so what are, which is if this is not a land, I'm not interested. If grid of ij is not a land that I have not visited yet, so if this is not equals to 1, again, not of any interest to me. All right, so all of these just return. Otherwise, you do grid of ij equals to, let's define something, let's call it 2. Yeah, you're setting it at 2. And obviously, if needed, I can convert all twos to ones back if required. But yeah, so grid of ij equals to 2, and then I am going to go in all four directions. So int feel like this also I can avoid creating again and again. So let's do, so you got your 0 minus 1, and you got minus 1 0, and you got a 0 1 and 1 0. These are the four different directions. Now what I'm going to do is for each somewhere I've used x, somewhere I have used ij. How do I handle it? Let's use xy, xy, and xy. Okay, so now for each move in moves, I'm just gonna call DFS grid x plus move 0, y plus move 1. Right, so all of this will ensure the grid of xy, all lands which is connected to this one will all get converted to 2. So only I have to increment island count if I find another one, right? Okay, run, submit, and it works. All right.